Namaste and welcome. So take a blanket and then roll up the blanket. And then come to lie on your back, and you're going to place the tip of your shoulder blades onto the blanket. So your shoulders are going to drop down on the other side of the blanket. And your arms out towards the sides, and then drop your head down. If this is too much for your neck, you can place something under your head. Bring your feet as wide as your mat, and then drop your knees together. And then close your eyes and come to your breath. And allow your chest to soften. Relax your shoulders. And relax the muscles around your eyes. And offer this practice as a ritual of healing and of awakening and opening the heart space. And trust in your foundation and inner heart wisdom. Now gently begin to deepen your breath. And then very slowly, you're going to roll over to one side. Take your time. And then slowly come up to sit. And we're going to sit in a cross-legged position. You can sit onto your blanket so you're comfortable. Place your hands onto your thighs and begin by arching the spine. Gaze up. Inhale. And then round your spine and shift your weight back slightly. Exhale. Inhale, open and lift the chest, and then exhale, round and soften the chest. And as you continue, feel the movements in your pelvic floor and the slightly downward sensation in your legs. And then come back to center. And then from here, let's come to stand. Step your feet hip distance, and then bend your knees. And then draw your arms forward, inward rotation. So you lead with your little fingers. Reach your arms up and slightly back. And again, soften the chest. Reach your arms up and then open. And a few more in your own rhythm. And then from here, interlace the hands behind your back. Lift your chest and gaze. And create space in front of your heart. And stay with your breath. Deep, deep breaths. Keep your hands interlaced. Bend your knees and fold. And see if you can breathe into the back of your heart space, between your shoulder blades. And then go ahead and release your arms. Now step your right leg back and turn your right leg out. Root your feet and then open up into a triangle. Feel your foundation and pay attention to the quality of your breath here. Go ahead and bend your left knee and place your forearm onto your thigh and reach your right arm alongside here. Now open your chest here and begin to circle your top arm. So open up the shoulders and your chest. Now reach your right arm up and stay here and press the arm into your leg and get this nice lift as your spine and your heart opens. And then release into a lunge pose. Lower your right knee down, lift your torso up and reach your arms up. Sink your hips down towards the earth as you lift your heart space up towards the sky. Breathe deeply. And then go ahead and release your arms down and come back into a lunge pose. Now spin over to your right into a wide forward bend. Bend your knees and then slowly roll up to stand. Interlace the hands behind your back. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift your chest. And breathe here. Stay present to your heart space. Now slowly begin to fold forward and root your feet and find stability in your legs and hips while you drop the head down and breathe deeply into your heart space. And then release your arms. Now turn to the back of your mat into a lunge pose and then turn your left leg out, root the heel down, and let's open up into triangle here. Root the feet and pull prana up from the earth into your whole body. And prana means life force, and prana is a basic principle of the air element. Bend your right knee and place your forearm onto your thigh and reach the left arm over your head, and then begin to circle your left arm and take your time, follow your breath. Now go ahead and reach your left arm up and stay here and expand your upper back and chest with your breathing. And then release and come into a low lunge. So drop your back knee down and reach your arms up. And allow your breathing to be full and deep. And then release your hands down and let's come into a downward facing dog. Bend your knees a little bit and come forward into plank pose. Inhale and then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. And let's come into a Sphynx Pose. And your gaze is on one point. And as you breathe into your heart space, you allow your hips and your legs to ground down. And then lower your chest, hands onto your shoulders. And inhale, lift into a cobra. And then exhale, slowly lower. And again, do that 2 more times. Now let's come back into a Sphynx pose and bend the right knee and send your heel to your sitting bone. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, lower the chest down. Otherwise, stay up. And then release, and let's do the other side. And notice the quality and the texture of your breath. And then release, and then shift your weight back and come to sit. And take a blanket, or you can also fold your yoga mat and come to stand on your knees and tuck your toes under. You're going to come into a camel pose. Place your hands onto your lower back, guide your tailbone down to lengthen, lift up. You can stay here. You can also reach your hands towards your heels. And this is a wonderful pose for opening the front of our body and strengthening the back. Now tuck your chin in towards your chest, lift from your core, come back up, untuck your toes and just sit onto your heels and take a few breaths here. Now let's come up into a camel pose one more time. Now really feel the rootedness in your legs as you open and lift your heart space. So you have trust in your foundation to blossom and open. And again, tuck your chin in towards your chest, release, come to sit onto your heels. And close your eyes and notice how you feel. And stay connected to your breath and your heart space, your anchor to prana and true healing. Place your hands together in front of your heart. And then bow your head to your heart. And thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.